make a video where I'm going to teach you how you can make $10,000 this Black Friday using AI. So this is a screenshot here of a e-commerce store that I worked on last year for their Black Friday, and in one day, this is actually before the end of the day, we made about $100,000 from this store. I think it was $109,000 in one day. Now, some of you may know me. I have another YouTube channel where I teach all this e-commerce stuff, but in this video I want to take this learnings and all of this stuff from Black Friday and I want to apply it to your own e-commerce store. I'm not here to sell you a course, by the way, right? I'm here to help you use artificial intelligence to learn from your customers and work out what exactly it is that they're looking for, and more importantly, why they're not buying. You'll probably find, if you've got an early e-commerce store, although you want to see numbers like this per day or maybe even this per month, I mean, this is a very high-end spectrum, right? This is a very, very well-established brand. But if you want to make these numbers, the problem you're having is people are coming to your website and they're not purchasing. You've got very bad conversion rates. So let's take, for example, Manscaped. How is it that Manscaped managed to join an incredibly competitive community, a very competitive space, and see huge success? Now, it doesn't come down to just their ad spend. It's not exclusively that. Obviously, they did incredibly well, but they joined a very competitive space and saw huge results because they understood the customer. They understood why people weren't buying from other people's stores. They then applied that logic to their own brand and then saw huge success. And then obviously from there continued to iterate. Now, they've got a huge Black Friday sale going on at the moment, so we're going to use this as a template. But first of all, what exactly did they see? Well, there was a gap in the market essentially for male grooming products that were everything was far too serious. They came in with a different spin and a different angle, and they focused heavily on the lawnmower, essentially just male grooming products that is just in a funny spin. And other companies have tried to do this before, but their unique selling point was essentially it's not going to hurt you, no nicks, no cuts, anything like that, which is basically what every other razor on planet Earth does, electric razor does. But then what they did is they doubled down on that. They made it funny, they made it entertaining for people. I mean, just look at this logo, for people, and then it became viral, and then from there they continued to iterate and they added in new products. But as you add new products, you introduce a new problem, which is, how do I know, right, out of all of these products, which one is good for me? How do I know which one of these products I need to purchase? Obviously, this Black Friday, they've probably got thousands of people turning up onto their website every minute even. That number of people could be turning into a lot of customers, but the problem is they're coming onto this website and they're trying to work out, okay, well, what's the perfect package ultra, right? What's the difference between the performance package? How do I know that I just, do I need this one? Do I need this one? What is the difference? They're going to have a lot of different questions. And unfortunately, you have to assume that every single customer that lands on your website has the average intelligence of a worm. Those people who land on your website, most likely if they're coming from places like TikTok, do not have the intelligence to work it out themselves. And this is going to sound a bit rude to a lot of people, but it's true. You need to assume that the person who lands on your website knows absolutely nothing. And it's very difficult to do when you're building your own product, when you're building your own brand, because you spend your entire time in the brand, you spend your entire time looking at the products, and for you may look at your product and be like, well, it's obvious, that makes sense, I can see what that product does. But what's actually probably happening is someone comes to your website and they are either overwhelmed with the number of products that you've got and they don't know you. So why would they spend the time on your website trying to work out what the product does? It has to be instantly obvious to them. It has to instantly show them, okay, this is the problem that I'm having and this product is the solution. But what if we can make this easier using AI? Well, imagine if someone came onto the website and they could actually talk to an AI that understood everything about your website. This AI was trained on every single product, every single page of your website, and it knew what each different product did, it knew the pain points that those products solved, it knew the problems that they solved, and then it could recommend a product to that person without you having to do any additional work. But also on top of that, you can see those messages that are coming in and then use that information to improve your marketing. It's possible that the people who are coming in are coming from a Facebook ad campaign, and what's actually happening is there's a disconnect between what you're marketing on Facebook and what your product shows on your website. But you don't know that because you've got 100 or 500 people who land on your website that then leave and don't buy. But this solution allows you to gather information from those people and then obviously leave information, a trail of information for you to analyze and find out why they're not purchasing. Now, I used to work a lot in e-commerce, and this is why I've now moved on to software, because I know that there's a lot of problems in the e-commerce space where you're not able to track these things, which is why I created ChatIQ, and it's basically a tool which helps you automate customer interactions with AI agents. It helps you gather information by placing an AI on your website that's able to extract this information from customers. It's not trying to do anything to lower conversion rates. It's not getting in the way. It's merely there that they can discuss with, they can talk to, they can ask questions. So for example, I can ask this chatbot on this website. So I could ask it, for example, how does this help me? And what this is doing is it's going ahead and it's looking at all the information it has access to. It's looking at all the pages of my website, and then what it's doing is it's giving me a tailored response. And in this case, it's actually trying to sell me on the product. So saying, when people visit your website and they just leave, well, more often than not, that's because they don't actually know what you're selling or how it can help them. ChatIQ's customer service agents will build relationships with the customers at first touch point and convince them to buy. So, okay, that's really cool, but maybe you don't want to put it on your website like this. Like on Manscaped, for example, there's nowhere to put it on the website. But what you can also do is have it in the corner as a little pop-up widget like this, and this just means that someone's got a question, they can go ahead and ask this chatbot, and it will give them the answer straight away. So how do you actually build this? Well, if you click the link down below in the description, it will take you to the website. If you click on Start for free, you can get started. There's a 2-week free trial where we don't charge your card. Then after that, you can go ahead and just create a chatbot in about 2 or 3 easy steps and instantly embed it into your website. I'm going to show you what this looks like and an example of a conversation that I created here. So this is a list of all the data that I've trained this chatbot on. If I go into the data feed, you can see here I've uploaded 250,000 words, and on this account I have 1 million that I can upload if I wanted to. I can actually go to the URLs and I can see what websites I've scraped, and you can see here I've got I think there's 4 different products, 5 different products that I've actually scraped information about. Now you can scrape every single product on your website if you wanted to. Each one of these, for example, this one's got 735 words, this one's got 744 words, this one's got 867 words. Those are almost 1,000 words that your customer is going to have to read on your website to get information about your product. But not anymore, because if I come to the chatbot section, we click on Manscaped, you can see here I've asked it, what's the best product for me for beard shaving? So this is a conversation where someone's coming to the website and they're not sure what product's right for them, for example. And they want to know, okay, look, literally all I want to do right now is shave my beard. I just want to know the best product and just tell me, and I'm out of it. I'll buy it. I know it's a good brand. And it is said for beard shaving, the Lawnmower 4.0 is one of the best products available. Gives a bit of information about it. It then tries to sell the product a bit more. Additionally, it's waterproof, cordless, and has a long-lasting battery life, so it understands some of the questions that somebody would ask about this product. It's answering those questions instantly. Then, for example, I said, okay, well, what's the refund policy? Maybe Black Friday has a different refund policy. If you've got them on sale, does that mean I can return it? It then knows the refund policy. It can read the warranty return. So here, the source text is showing me each individual page of the website that it's reading for the information that it needs to give a response to that user's question. It's obviously only showing me for the most recent question. Here, obviously, if I'd said what's the best product for me for beard shaving, it's going to read across all of these products, find the ones that are around beard shaving, and then it's going to read the text from each of those product pages, and it's going to recommend the product to me. So you can see the insane power of this. You can customize and you can tailor this as much as you want. You can make it respond in shorter sentences, you can make it respond in longer sentences, you could even get it to recommend links for people to visit if they wanted to. And we're constantly working on improving this, so if you've got any features or requests, you can leave them in the comments, and I'm constantly adding in new features to make this easier for people. But that's not the end of it. What if, for example, my website suddenly updates? Okay, well, I now need to update my chatbot. Click on share, and I've taken this embeddable code, I've copied this, I've pasted it into the theme.liquid on my Shopify store, and I've now got a little chat bubble widget in the bottom right hand corner of my screen that people can discuss and talk to. But I've now updated, for example, I don't know, this product here I've now updated. How do I make sure that that is updated and reflected within my chatbot? Well, I've built this to make it incredibly easy. So if I have a look here at the data feed, let's say, for example, and these aren't showing because it's a large URL, I'll try and fix that for you. But here you can see the Pro Beard Kit, for example. Maybe that's changed. Well, I can delete it and remove it from my chatbot if I wanted to. I can actually add in new knowledge. Maybe, for example, this bit of information would be useful for my chatbot. And as soon as I've done that, the chatbot now is able to reference that information. I don't need to re-embed it on my website. I don't need to make any other changes. Instantly, as soon as I've done this, anybody who talks to the chatbot will be able to get responses based off this source, which is awesome. I can also remove it as well if I want to. So for example, let's say one of those pages has updated. All I need to do is come into here, select the different links, and I can then remove these links, so I don't need to actually have those anymore. And then I can go to upload data, come back to a URL, paste in the new URL, and then re-scrape it. It will then add it here. I can then come to my chatbot and add that information back in. So when we've built this, or rather when I've built this, I've created it in a way that you can manage each different link very, very easily. You can go in, you can remove things, you can add things. You don't need to work out exactly what's currently training on your chatbot and all the different information. It's incredibly easy to use. Okay, so let's just come back to messages, because maybe now I want to see what people are sending to my chatbot. Well, you can see here I'm in the message history, and I've selected the Manscaped chatbot. And this is just a demo environment I'm showing you here, but if this was on your website, it would show you a list of all the messages that people are having with your chatbot. And you can see here, this is the conversation that I just showed you. What's the best product for me for beard shaving, and what's the refund policy? All of these messages here I am able to see in real time. So if someone comes onto my website and they start a conversation with the chatbot, and I happen to be looking at the message history, if I refresh the page, it will update and show me live the conversations that people are having. And obviously you can see the value from this, because now I can tell from this conversation that people are confused. They don't quite know what it is the product does, or they don't quite know what it is they need from your company. And they have a lot of questions that need answering, which means I can take this information and I can either change the way that I'm marketing. So for example, if I'm pushing for Black Friday and I'm running 20 or 500 different ads, I can now adjust the ad copy or the ad videos, whatever is included in that content. I can change that to now reflect and actually answer some people's questions, but also I can make it match between what I'm advertising on Facebook, what the ad says, to what they see on the website. And that's incredibly important, is making sure that when someone comes from the ad and they expect one thing, they get what they were expecting when they land on your website. And also, if they have any additional questions, those questions are answered instantly. Because if you don't answer those questions and they don't know your brand, why would they buy from you? Why would they buy your product? Why would they spend the time researching and trying to work out exactly what it is that your product does? Why would they, for example, come up to here, products, select the Lawnmower 4.0. Okay, they've updated it now to the 5.0, so this is a good example where you would actually want to update your link. Why would they have a look through this? And this is a huge website, and read all this text, like take it to the shower, this is waterproof. They don't want to read all of this, they just want to look at this product and know this works for me, buy. That's all you want to do. So if you want to get started, you can click the top link down below and it will take you to ChatIQ.ai, and you can start to build your own customer interaction AI agent and embed it on your website. If you have any additional questions or features or requests or anything from ChatIQ, you can leave them down below in the comments. Like I said, when you click start for free, it'll take you, first you have to get started with a 2-week free trial. You won't charge your card, and you then have access to the entire software without having to have limits on your plans or anything like that. And then obviously from there, within a couple of steps, you can have a chatbot ready to add to your website. And there's a load of other videos on this YouTube channel that teach how to do this, but also if you go into the ChatIQ account, in a lot of them you can see here there's a tutorial that if you click will show you exactly how to use the data feed, for example, or how to actually use the chatbot workspace. So there's a lot of information to help you if you have any additional questions, but I will see you in my next video.